4-year-old son X is fair game because Whoopi Goldberg has decided to mock his name.
No one expected Elon Musk to take a prominent media icon to court. Yet, in an unprecedented legal move that has set the world abuzz, the tech visionary has filed a defamation lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg. In a dramatic twist that reads like a blockbuster screenplay, this isn't just another celebrity spat. It's a high-stakes battle over truth, reputation, and the very nature of free speech in the digital era. With allegations of a coordinated media campaign and hidden agendas swirling around, the stage is set for a showdown that could reshape how we see power, influence, and accountability. It all began when Musk, known as much for his cryptic tweets as for his transformative innovations at Tesla and SpaceX, decided to escalate his long-standing feud with Goldberg. For months, the friction between these two outspoken figures had simmered beneath the surface of social media and television screens alike. But when Musk stepped into the courtroom with a dossier of alleged evidence, the conflict burst into the open. The legal filings hinted at a carefully orchestrated campaign designed to undermine his credibility, and the mere thought of a defamation trial sent shockwaves through both Hollywood and Silicon Valley.
Yesterday, Elon Musk took his son X to a press conference. I did not name the child. And I don't want to hear any more mess about our names, okay?
Before this courtroom drama could unfold, the roots of the conflict stretched back years. The tension first became public during a heated episode of The View, where Goldberg's sharp critiques of Musk's handling of Twitter, a platform he later transformed into X, ignited a firestorm. Critics accused him of recklessly dismantling the safeguards of free speech, while Goldberg maintained that his radical approach was eroding the very fabric of rational debate. Their opposing stances quickly evolved into more than just ideological disagreements. They became emblematic of a broader cultural war between unbridled expression and measured accountability. The spark that lit the fire was Goldberg's own controversial tirade. During a televised segment, she condemned Musk's decision to commercialize Twitter's blue-check verification process, arguing that reducing such a symbol of credibility to a simple $8 transaction was symptomatic of a deeper problem.
Elon Musk took over Twitter, and the place is it's a mess. He's already called back some of the workforce he fired a few days ago. He's putting his $8 charge for blue check verification on hold.
This isn't about free speech. It's about profit and power, she declared, her words resonating with viewers who were increasingly alarmed by the rapid transformation of digital discourse. Her criticism not only struck a nerve with Musk supporters, but also drew the ire of a billionaire who felt personally attacked and determined to set the record straight. In response, Musk took to his favored battleground, social media. His tweets, laced with ambiguity and menace, became the rallying cry for those who believed he was on the verge of unveiling irrefutable evidence against Goldberg. "I have receipts," he tweeted, a statement that rippled across the internet and sparked wild speculation. What exactly did Musk mean by receipts? Was he hinting at documents so damning they could turn public opinion on its head? The cryptic message stoked a frenzy among fans and critics alike, each eager to uncover the truth behind the veil of mystery. As the digital chatter grew louder, every tweet and post felt like a clue in a high-stakes puzzle, each piece adding fuel to an already raging inferno.
He also suspended Kathy Griffin for impersonating him on a parody account, which has started a Free Kathy hashtag to trend.
The tension reached its zenith when the trial was set. The courtroom, transformed into a veritable arena of ideas and accusations, buzzed with anticipation as reporters, influencers, and onlookers gathered to witness history. Inside, Musk presented his evidence in a series of meticulous, seemingly damning documents, emails, text messages, and internal communications that he claimed would expose a secret alliance among media figures, including Goldberg, aimed at discrediting him. The evidence was as labyrinthine as it was incendiary, painting a picture of a coordinated effort to manipulate public opinion through targeted smear campaigns. For many, the trial had morphed into a proxy battle, a legal and symbolic contest between the unyielding champion of unfiltered speech and a revered media personality accused of complicity in a far-reaching conspiracy. What emerged from the courtroom was a narrative that extended well beyond the confines of legal arguments. The documents introduced allegations of clandestine meetings, off-the-record deals, and strategic communications meant to undermine Musk's ventures. They suggested that Goldberg was not merely voicing her opinions, but was, in fact, part of a larger network intent on controlling the narrative around major technological innovations and the future of digital freedom.
Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing.
As each piece of evidence was unveiled, the atmosphere in the courtroom grew increasingly charged. Goldberg's reaction was one of profound shock and visible distress. For the first time, the veneer of her confident public persona began to crack, revealing a woman caught in a maelstrom of media scrutiny and personal attack. Yet, as the trial progressed, so too did the battle for public perception. Social media platforms exploded with debates and heated exchanges between supporters of both sides. On one hand, Musk's followers hailed the trial as a groundbreaking stand for truth and free speech, an opportunity to expose a purported alliance of media elites bent on manipulating reality. On the other, Goldberg's loyalists argued that this was nothing more than a calculated legal maneuver by a billionaire trying to deflect criticism from his own controversial practices. Online forums, Twitter threads, and viral videos dissected every detail of the courtroom drama, transforming it into a modern-day spectacle where every tweet, every soundbite was analyzed for hidden meaning. As the legal proceedings continued, a secondary story began to emerge: the ripple effects that the trial had on broader cultural and political debates. The case rapidly evolved into a symbol of the ongoing struggle between those who champion unrestricted free speech and those who advocate for responsible communication in an era marked by misinformation. Politicians, thought leaders, and cultural commentators took sides, further polarizing an already divided public. Some saw the trial as a necessary reckoning, a chance to expose the dangerous interplay between media power and corporate influence. Others decried it as a distraction, a high-profile drama that diverted attention from more pressing issues, such as the ethical responsibilities of major tech companies and the dangers of unfettered digital discourse.
I hardly ever. I don't remember last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk, Vance?
Possible.
Amid the maelstrom of opinions and accusations, Goldberg eventually broke her silence. In a candid interview with a major network, she dismissed the allegations with a mixture of incredulity and defiance. "I have nothing to do with any conspiracy theory," she stated firmly, her tone both resolute and weary. "I've always spoken my mind, and if that upsets some people, then so be it." Her words, intended to quell the mounting speculation, only deepened the divide. For every statement of innocence, skeptics saw an opportunity to question her motives further. The fallout was immediate and far-reaching. Sponsors began to express concerns, and major brands that once partnered with her started rethinking their associations amid the growing controversy. The unfolding drama raised more questions than it answered. Was Goldberg merely a pawn in a grander scheme orchestrated by unseen media forces? Or was she a willing participant in an agenda designed to silence a formidable critic? As the evidence continued to be parsed by legal experts and internet sleuths, each new revelation seemed to add another layer of complexity to the saga. For Musk, every cryptic tweet and every piece of bombshell evidence was a calculated step toward reclaiming control of the narrative. A narrative he believed had been hijacked by those with vested interests in keeping the status quo. His bold declaration that there is no greater power than the truth resonated with many of his supporters, who saw in his actions a courageous attempt to disrupt an entrenched media landscape.
Musk has made since completing his takeover of the social media platform, such as the new blue checkmark program going from $20 to $8, and staff firings and rehirings.
In parallel, the trial began to mirror a larger cultural battle, a war over who gets to define truth in an era where information is both a weapon and a currency. The legal arena became a microcosm of the wider ideological struggle that pits innovation and disruptive ideas against established power structures. Journalists from major outlets, once the arbiters of credibility, found themselves under intense scrutiny, their past coverage of both Musk and Goldberg dissected for bias. Rumors circulated that some media figures might even face legal repercussions for their role in the unfolding controversy, further blurring the lines between news reporting and partisan warfare. As the trial drew to a close, the courtroom drama left the public with more questions than answers. In a case that transcended the personal feud between two high-profile figures, the stakes had become emblematic of a deeper societal dilemma. In a world where narratives can be shaped by a few powerful voices, who really holds the power to define the truth? For some, the trial was a vindication, a long-overdue confrontation that exposed the hidden networks manipulating public discourse. For others, it was merely a high-profile distraction from issues that demanded more immediate and tangible solutions.
Should Musk sue Jamal Bowman?
The American people do not trust Elon Musk. He's incompetent, he's a thief, he's a Nazi, and people don't trust him.
Even as legal experts debated the merits of the evidence and pundits speculated on the long-term impact, one thing remained clear. This trial had irrevocably altered the media landscape. The saga of Musk versus Goldberg had morphed into a symbol of the modern battle over free speech, corporate influence, and the relentless pursuit of power in a digital age. As the dust settled in the courtroom, the echoes of that high-stakes drama continued to reverberate across social media and news channels worldwide, leaving a trail of divided opinions and unresolved tensions. In the end, the true question lingered. Who controls the narrative in a world where every truth is up for grabs? As we sift through the evidence, the testimonies, and the relentless tide of online debate, one thing is undeniable. The lines between fact and perception have never been blurrier. In the wake of this monumental legal showdown, viewers are left to ponder a disconcerting possibility: that in the race for power and influence, even the truth is a commodity, traded and manipulated by those who have the loudest voice. And so, as we close this chapter of a feud that has gripped the world's attention, the legacy of this trial remains uncertain. Will it serve as a watershed moment that compels us to re-examine the foundations of media and free speech? Or will it fade into the background as yet another celebrity controversy, its true impact lost amid the noise of an ever-changing digital landscape? One thing is certain: when the stakes are this high and the players influential, the truth is never as simple as it seems.